Dave, but we begin with the big story impacting thousands of families in Metro Detroit, the bargaining breakthrough.
General Motors and the UAW reaching a tentative agreement. The end may be in sight to this historic strike.
7 Action News, the first to break the story, sending you a push alert on your phone.
The deal coming on day 31. 46,000 workers have been involved in this strike, which has been the longest in almost 50 years.
And tonight we're breaking down what we know is in this agreement. Everything from wages to health care to the use of temporary workers and much more.
The news sending GM stock soaring, along with the hopes of workers at plants across Metro Detroit and the entire nation.
We have Team 7 coverage from the plants to the Rensen. 7 Action News reporter Jim Kurtzner has been breaking news on this story for weeks. Jim, what are you learning about this deal?
UAW leaders call this a strong and fair contract for 46,000 of their members who've been out on strike for 31 days. They have high hopes. Get this, almost half of them are temporary or in-progression workers making lower wages.
The tentative agreement is, I can't speculate. I'm hoping for the best.
That caution has come with a steep price. According to economist Patrick Anderson, these 46,000 workers have lost $835 million in wages during the 31-day strike. Half of that is in Michigan. GM has lost $1.5 billion. According to sources, the 4-year tentative deal contains wages, a mix of lump sum and percentages, lifting the cap on profit sharing, so when GM has a record year, hourly workers will get more. A ratification signing bonus that will more than make up lost wages. No change in employee health care costs. And bringing lower wage, temporary, and in-progression workers up to top-tier status. That was a major concession the union gave to help save the company in bankruptcy a decade ago.
Be a little shorter than the 8-year in-progression timeline and some type of pensions. That's what we were looking for because we don't get that in progression.
The UAW in a statement said the number one priority of the national negotiation team has been to secure a strong and fair contract that our members deserve.
Made me feel like, wow, well, I can't be on the same pay scale. I'm doing the same job as my other counterpart.
Temporary workers make about half the wage rate, also doing the same jobs. Their path to the top tier was contentious in the talks.
I have a shirt on, it says, hire our temps, permanent employment for all after 90 days. So I think that's what it used to be. So hopefully we can get back to that.
Another major issue is 4 plant closings and the union demand that General Motors sell in America what they make in America. More on that next hour at 6. I can tell you tomorrow morning, this will be a busy place when some 200 UAW local presidents and shop chairs will meet behind closed doors, discuss this tentative agreement, vote on it, and more importantly, they could take a vote on whether to continue the strike until rank and file members get a chance to ratify it. That would take another week at least. Now with more on this and one of the plants set to close next January, Brian Abel is live over at the Detroit Hamtramck plant. Brian.
Jim, cautious optimism is probably the best way to describe how workers are feeling. After 31 days, they want to put those picket signs down, but they don't want to do so until whatever deal is in place they know is the right one. A resilient march continues outside of GM's Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant, even as news of the tentative agreement broke to UAW strikers Wednesday.
My first reaction is yippee! So, we're glad.
That excitement outside the plant measured with caution as workers wait to receive details of the new deal.
I'm a little apprehensive because I don't know what the outcome is going to be.
At this point, it's still a wait-and-see stance for you?
Absolutely. We have to take a look at it and see if we got something for everybody out here, for our temporary workers, for in-progression workers, for our traditional workers, and also our workers that are looking to retire.
I haven't heard anything about the temporary workers or anything about our jobs going to Mexico and China. And those are going to be 2 of the big sticking points.
While rank and file are eager for those details and wait to receive orders on whether to continue this walk or get back to work, there is a sense, they say, of camaraderie, much stronger than 31 days ago.
We're together and just got to fight it out and get what we want, and that's hopefully what we got done.
This is something that I feel that brought us closer together. You know, as a plant, as a community, not only that, as the big three, because we had a lot of Chrysler people here, Ford people, we had the Teamsters that supported us.
We've done what's right and we've done what's just, and I feel that a good result will come because of this.
And could that good result include job security here at the plant? Workers, they talked to me about their hope for the future here. That story coming up tonight at 6. For now, reporting live, Brian Abel, 7 Action News.
Heading toward the end is a good sign. Brian, thank you so much. And we will, of course, stay on top of this story until a deal is signed, sealed, and delivered. Make sure to stay with 7 Action News and WXYZ.com.
The news tonight.